My mother-in-law switched my medication while I was pregnant. What the doctor found in my blood test changed my marriage forever. I never thought I'd be sitting in an emergency room at 2 a.m., 7 months pregnant, with my husband holding my hand while a doctor explained that someone had been systematically poisoning me. These aren't your prenatal vitamins, the doctor said, holding up the bottle I'd brought. They contain high doses of something that could harm your baby. My husband's face went white. That's impossible. We've been so careful, but I already knew who was responsible. I just couldn't believe she'd go this far. When I first met my mother-in-law, Catherine, she seemed like the perfect Southern lady parent, immaculate home church every Sunday, homemade cookies waiting whenever we visited. But the moment my husband proposed, something shifted. Her smile never quite reached her eyes anymore. Just don't get pregnant right away was the first thing she said after our engagement. David needs to establish his career before you trap him with children. I laughed it off. David didn't, Mom, that's incredibly inappropriate, he said firmly. We got married despite her increasingly obvious disapproval. When we announced my pregnancy a year later, she hugged David warmly while whispering to me, I hope you are ready for how much this will change his feelings about you. The real trouble started when we moved into our new house parn just 10 minutes from Catherine. She insisted on helping the pregnant woman, showing up unannounced with groceries and reorganizing my kitchen without permission. You shouldn't be eating that, she'd say, snatching fruit from my hand. My doctor friend says it's linked to birth defects. You shouldn't be driving, she'd insist. The vibrations could hurt the baby. David thought she was just being overprotective. I wasn't so sure. By my 6th month, I was constantly exhausted, dizzy, and sick, parn, far beyond normal pregnancy symptoms. My doctor was concerned about my blood pressure and ordered rest. Catherine immediately volunteered to take care of everything. That's when things got worse. I'd sleep for 14 hours and still feel exhausted. I lost weight instead of gaining it. My hands trembled constantly. David finally insisted on a comprehensive blood workup. That night, I woke up violently ill and we rushed to the emergency room while waiting for test results. I remembered something odd. Catherine had organized my medications the previous week, transferring my prenatal vitamins into a weekly pill organizer to make it easier. I grabbed the original bottle from my purse and handed it to the doctor. 3 hours later, the doctor returned with security personnel. These pills contain warfarin Pernta blood thinner that can cause severe birth defects or miscarriage, he explained gravely. And your blood test confirms you've been taking it for weeks. We're admitting you immediately. David was devastated. Who would do this? Who had access to your vitamins? I just looked at him, waiting for him to connect the dots himself. When realization dawned, he refused to believe it. My mother? That's impossible. She's been taking care of us. Call her, I whispered. Ask her to bring my pill organizer to the hospital. Right now, he did. Catherine arrived within 30 minutes, flustered and carrying the organizer. What's happening? Is the baby okay? The doctor took the pill organizer while a security guard stood by the door. Mrs. Wilson, these pills will be tested immediately. Catherine's face changed, not with concern or confusion, but calculation. She looked at me with such hatred that David physically stepped between us. Mom, he said quietly, did you switch Emily's medication? Don't be ridiculous, she snapped. If something's wrong with her pills, she probably did it herself for attention. She's never wanted this baby as much as we do. Her words hung in the air. We do. I need to speak with my mother alone, David said, his voice eerily calm. I learned later what happened in that hallway conversation. Catherine admitted everything, justifying it as protecting her son from a trap. She believed if I miscarried, David would leave me and find someone worthy of the Wilson name. By morning, 2 things had happened. I was stabilized with treatment to counteract the warfarin, and Catherine was arrested for attempted assault. The baby parent, our daughter parent, was born healthy. 2 months later, Catherine was sentenced to 5 years but served only 18 months. David filed for a restraining order that remains in effect today. We moved across the country after her release. David still struggles with what happened, attending therapy to process his mother's betrayal. Sometimes I catch him just watching our daughter sleep, as if reassuring himself that we survived. Last month, we received a package from Catherine containing baby clothes and a note. I hope someday you'll let me be part of her life. David sent everything back with a single photo.